Hello.
My name is AJ Fox. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm the Director of Religious Education here at First UU. Is there anything special about today?
Yeah.
Yes?
It's Passover.
It's Easter.
It's Ramadan.
It's Easter. It's Ramadan. Reverend Michelle's wearing a bow tie. We're all fancy. There's more fancy in this sanctuary than normal, and that says something. Okay. Downstairs, and just a little bit after service, we're going to be doing a 7 principles, 8 principles sort of egg hunt. But we wanted to bring a little of the fun up here first. And I ask your patience because I added these slides after Thursday, so we haven't actually practiced with the slides. So, patience. But if you are going to be participating in the egg hunt downstairs, not just hiding eggs like some of you are, but participating, would you raise your hand? Okay. Now, I need some of y'all volunteers that are going to be doing the thing downstairs to come up to the front because we're going to help these people do some of this up here. So I need some helpers. Little helpers, big helpers, excited to learn the principles helpers. Okay. Now, those of you that are not participating downstairs, under your chairs, somewhere in the sanctuary, there are some eggs hidden. So you need to start searching to see if you have eggs. If you have an egg, hold it up and be like, woo, I found an egg. Okay. Now, we're gonna do this, I need you, important helpers here, to try to help me find these eggs out in the sanctuary. Who has the red first principle egg? Okay, back here. Courtney's sister, help me. Leslie, there we go. I knew this. I was like, Courtney's sister has a name. Will one of you go get?
There's another one. I think Mickey may have, because they were drawing out. So I think that
Mickey
one may have gotten
Mickey hit a bonus one. Thanks, Mickey. Okay, if you have a first principle egg, hold it up, because it looks like Mello also has one. And then somebody from this team go grab those first principle eggs for me.
Watch the court.
Yeah, carefully. Yeah, go get Leslie's. Okay, and then can anybody tell me what the first principle is? Ooh, Millie.
The inherent worth and dignity of every person.
Ooh, the inherent worth and dignity of every person. Millie coming in clutch. Okay, now, yes.
Can you keep your face at the
No, I can't keep my face at the same angle. I'll try. I'm sorry, friends. Now, Luna, would you click your slideshow and go to the first slide that shows that?
Yeah, thank you so much for telling me.
Thank you so much for doing it. This is why we have rehearsals on Thursday and why I'm supposed to plan out the slides in advance. Okay, so we can go from there to the next slide. And it says, we believe, number 1, and Millie said the inherent worth and dignity of every person, but there's kids' words too. So go to the next slide. Okay, and can somebody from this group, the helper group, somebody read that?
Each and every person is important.
Each and every person is important. Okay, so that's the first principle. Who found the second principle egg?
What color?
Ooh, it's orange and it has a big 2 on it. Can somebody go grab that for me while I keep my head faced forward as per Luna? I'm trying. Okay, and what's the second principle? Can anybody give it to me? Real words, not slides.
Justice, equality, and compassion in human relations.
Oh, somebody brought their bookmark. Justice, compassion. Say it one more time.
Justice, equality, and compassion in human relations.
Justice,
Equality.
equality, and compassion. Equity and compassion, difference
Sorry.
in human relations. And the kids version says all people should be treated fairly and Kindly. All right. Okay, did somebody get that second egg? Okay, we got it. Okay, third egg. Who has the third principle? Doris. Can somebody go get Doris's egg?
Somebody new. Yes.
Somebody new. Woohoo. Third egg. And what is the third principle in upstairs language? Fancy stuff. Millie, we've already heard from you.
Well, I've got the book and it has.
Okay, Millie can read from the book if no one else has. Oh, Laura in the back. Laura has the book too. Okay. Okay. The third principle according to the kids' language. Can we get the slide? And can somebody read it? We should accept one another and keep on learning together. All right. Are we on 4? Who has the fourth egg?
I got green.
You've got green. Does it have a 4 on it?
Yes.
Should have a 4 on it. All right. Chloe has an egg. Emma has an egg. Jasmine, run and get this number 4, please. And what is the fourth principle?
Free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
The free and responsible search for truth and meaning.
I knew that one.
All right, and the kids' language, the simpler language says. Can anybody or everybody read it? Can any?
Each person must be free to
search for what is true and right in life.
All right, each person must be free to search for what is true and right in life. All right, fifth principle egg, somebody has it.
The right of conscience and the use of the democratic process within our congregations and in society at large.
Ooh. Okay, somebody go grab this from Chuck over here.
She's got the book.
I know, y'all have the book.
Choir privilege.
But now we know where it is in the book.
Okay, awesome. You can hang on to it. We're gonna carry it downstairs. Thank you, Alex. All right, so fifth principle. Can everybody read it together? Because that works better than waiting for one of y'all to read it. Let's click it.
Oh, sorry.
All persons should have a vote about the things that concern them.
Awesome. See, we're figuring it out together. Okay, sixth principle egg. That's the indigo. If anybody's wondering, it's not purple, it's indigo. Babs has it in the back. Somebody go get Babs indigo sixth principle egg. And then somebody probably was the book. Tell me what the sixth principle is.
The goal of world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all.
Ooh. Which in kids' language says?
Working for a peaceful, fair, and free world.
All right. And then we have the seventh principle, which I will just give you a hint. I actually disagree. This language comes from the UUA website, but it's not, there's no technical kids principles. I think that this language, I think we underestimate kids to understand the interconnected web of all existence. And by simplifying it, we lost something. But that's like my own little soapbox that's separate. Okay. Seventh principle. Somebody run and get this. Careful of the quotes. All right. Okay, and what is the seventh principle?
Respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part.
Respect for the interdependent web of all existence of which we are a part. But the language says,
Caring for our planet Earth, the home we share with all living things.
I have thoughts. I have big feelings. Anyway, so those are the 7 principles. Does anybody have another egg out there?
I see some eggs. What can I do?
Yeah.
I'm looking specifically for a gold one that has an 8 on it. Does anybody have a gold egg?
In
with them?
between chairs.
Okay, we almost lost the eighth friends. That's fine, we're cool, we found it now. Okay, Babs.
Okay, no, that's the gold one. This is the second, seventh one.
Okay, we really like the seventh principle around here, it's true. Okay. There is the eighth principle. Does anybody know what the eighth principle says? You can't cheat with your books.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
Luna suggested it says Black Lives Matter, which is slightly different wording.
Partially.
Does anybody know? I didn't write it down. Somebody's gonna have to Google it. Michelle's
I
Googling
got
it.
you.
Michelle's Googling it. We're gonna get there.
Oh, I got it.
Oh.
We covenant to affirm and promote journeying towards spiritual wellness by working to build a diverse, multicultural, beloved community by our actions that accountably dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and in our institutions.
All right. That principle is not in our book. The UUA has not voted to include it. Some UU churches have voted to include it. I'll tell you a little secret. A lot of UU DREs work with their religious education department to approve it first, and then the church is voting it, and now the UUA is taking it on, right? So Black Lives UU is sending it out, and slowly but surely, it's gonna snowball into a big conversation. So you heard it here first. Let's see the kids' language.
Working to end racism and oppression and create beloved community.
I like that.
And of course, that wording's a little, we're still working on it. All right. On that note, I'm gonna turn it back over, but here's what you all need to know. You need to wiggle a lot on your way back to your places to hang out, because we're gonna stay and we're gonna hear Michelle in a bow tie, all fancied up, and hear her sermon, and we're gonna drop some stones for joys and concerns, and then we're gonna go downstairs together and we're gonna do an egg hunt while the poor board members stay up here and have their board meeting. So if you would like to join us downstairs for egg hunt and all that after, you are absolutely welcome, but we are gonna hear Michelle in a bow tie. I'm just so impressed, you look so like Eastery. Do her thing. All right, friends, thank you so much, go find a spot to wiggle.